Now let's get a check on the roads and the conditions in Virginia right now. We know most schools there decided to close for the day ahead of this winter weather. So we want to check in right now with Alex Lee. He is a spokesperson for VDOT. He joins us now on Zoom. And Alex, good morning to you. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us. And we want to start out with asking about the game plan to attack this. We knew it was coming. Schools closed, so that's a good thing. Not a lot of buses and children out there and parents in the streets. But what is the game plan for attacking this with this ever-changing model? We're starting to see more snow and ice coming down.
Yeah, and that's step number one, is really just monitoring the forecast, making sure that we're really in tune with the National Weather Service. I saw overnight that they expanded the winter storm warning to include Loudoun County, which is in our district. So yeah, we will kind of move our equipment around as needed and actually add some equipment to the roads as needed if the snow gets a little bit worse. We did just see a recent social media post from the National Weather Service saying a lull in the action is coming soon. So that will really help us out if in fact that does come true, because yeah, we are starting to see some snow starting to cover the roads, but we have over 1,350 pieces of equipment out there treating the roads. I actually drove in. I'm only 5 miles away from our district office here in Fairfax, and I think I counted 7 or 8 different trucks out there. The roads were treated pretty fairly, and as you have our 511virginia.org site up right now, you can see, you can always check the conditions. One thing we really tell people to do is to check their conditions and plan ahead. If your route that you typically travel to work or your office or school, luckily schools are closed, so we don't have to worry about that one. But, if you have a lot of hills on your commute, maybe try to take a different route. Try to stay with those main thoroughfares, those main roads, the primaries, because they will be treated for, we've got interstates treated first, then of course the primaries, then eventually the secondaries. And as we don't even have an inch of snow out there yet, we're not going to get into those subdivisions. If we don't get up to 2 inches of snow, you may not even see our trucks in the subdivisions. Hopefully this lull will help us out. The sunrise will help us out a little bit as we get a little bit closer to freezing. That's the hope. But we have a little bit more in the way of stuff ahead of us as well, because more snow's in the forecast through the day. And even as we head overnight into the weekend, then we have another Arctic freeze ahead of us. So yeah, we're watching this very closely.
Right. And you have to be on your P's and Q's here. But Alex, I want to be clear on something you just said here. You talked about, we know you're going to get the main roads and the primary roads. You said you are going to get to the secondaries eventually. Subdivisions, it depends on how much you get before you get into the subdivisions. I want to be clear, because people could be like, oh, well, where are the trucks and where are the plows? Is that clear?
That was a big question for us just in this past week. And we, did get into a bunch of subdivisions, most of them. And we actually had, a fair number of people reach out to us as well, saying, hey, look, there's some icy patches in here. We really need you guys to come in, spread some salt or sand down. And we did. Anytime you guys reach out to us, we're very approachable. As you know, Ellen Kamalakis here, my coworker, my boss, she's about the most approachable person on earth. And yeah, we can reach right out to the area headquarters. If there's ever an issue in any of your neighborhoods, we can kind of forward that along and get crews to your area. So never hesitate to reach out. We're always around.
Okay.
But yeah, if we don't reach 2 inches of snow, typically we don't go into the subdivisions. But if we start to get up towards 2-3 inches of snow, right, yeah, you'll start to see our crews everywhere.
Got it. Okay.
So we'll be mobilizing accordingly.
Right, and I know you got the crews ready, so it is okay to reach out. Even if you are in a subdivision and there's an issue, it's okay to reach out to you guys. How do they do that? How do they reach out?
So we have multiple ways. We have our social media feeds, which is just va.nova. Pretty simple. Or you can always, we have a customer service center, which is my.vdot.virginia.gov, or even easier, 800-4-ROAD. That's about as easy as it gets.
That's a really easy one.
Yeah, right. multiple channels.
I got it. Okay. Well, thank you very much for talking with us and explaining that this morning. Very important. So, Alex, thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great day, and thank you for your crews being out there and helping out. So thank you for joining us this morning. All right, now we